Good evening. This is Mahogany Woods with a generalized reading for the zodiac sign of Cancer for the month of October. It's just a sneak peek and what might be coming in. If you would like more of a personalized reading, you can contact me at mahoganywoodtarot@gmail.com. I've already pre-shuffled the cards, so let's go Cancer and let's see what's coming in. Five of Pentacles. Now the Five of Pentacles represents a reaction, a destructive, impulsive reaction to a situation. One that you are going to reap the consequences of. And the bitch of it is that those consequences are going to be your fault. You are not going to be able to blame it on anybody else but yourself, because it's going to be an emotional reaction. And that reaction is going to be due to stress. You're not going to mean it, but it's going to be impulsive and there will be consequences from it. See what's crossing you. The Magician. You have some good ideas. You have some ideas on how to handle some situation, but you don't bring them down to earth. You don't bring them into realistic terms. You don't have them written down, the pros and the cons. The only way for ideas and thoughts to work is if you bring them down and you look at them at realistic terms and you implement them. If you keep them only in your head, that is not going to work. In order to manifest them, you have to bring them down. See what's above you, which is the Queen of Wands. What is below you, which is the Nine of Wands. Now, these two cards coincide. They work together. What is above as is below. Now, the Queen of Wands talks about controlling. Wanting to take something out of somebody's hands because they're not doing it right, or it's not producing the desired outcome that you would have wanted because you handled it correctly. But what you don't understand is when you do that and you take things out of people's hands, it has like a domino effect on them. They don't learn. They don't grow. They don't learn anything. And you need to take a step back, and you need to let them handle this situation. Just let them do it. The Nine of Wands below talks about unattainable goals, which talks here in the Magician, where you have ideas, but you have to bring them into manifestation, and you have to do it with realistic terms. And the Nine of Wands will tell you that if you put it into realistic terms, it will work. The goal can be reached, but you'll overcome whatever obstacles, but leave it in someone else's hands. You don't take care of it. You take a step back from it and let somebody else take care of it. They might not be doing it the way that you think it should be done. They might not be doing it the way you would do it, but it will work if you leave it in their hands and let them deal with the situation. Past influences. Knight of Wands. The Nine of Wands talks about not feeling any spark, not feeling any excitement. Nothing excites you. Nothing is giving you that spark. So you could use another term as in depression. You were depressed for a while. But that is past influences. That's going out. Okay, let's see what's coming in. Knight of Wands. You have a lot of wands here. And wands are your thought process, your self-development. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the King of Wands is an impulsive reaction. Okay, you do what you want regardless of the consequences. You're not looking at the impact that it is going to have in your immediate future. You have that here as the base, an impulsive reaction that's going to reap consequences. What's coming in is this same thing. You're impulsive, you do what you want, you get something in your head, and nope, it's going to be this way, this is how I'm going to do it, and you just do it. And then you reap the consequences of it, and you're not a happy camper when that happens. But you don't have anybody else to blame but yourself. So what you need to do is you need to slow down. You really need to slow down. You need to start thinking. Deep down, you need to start thinking. Let's see, you're home. Six of Cups. Now, the Six of Cups is like reincarnation, okay? In a way, it's like reincarnating. It's talking about something in the past that you're able to go back and fix. You're given a second chance to do this. Now, the whole thing about the Six of Cups is if you learn from your mistakes, then going back and fixing this is going to work out good. It's going to be very good. But if you haven't learned from your mistake in the past, it's not going, you're going to be doomed to repeat the same mistake over and over and over. This is home. Views of others. The Emperor. The views of others is getting stable. You're getting stable. You're trying to get organized. You're trying to create a foundation. But they also see you as giving into your wants more versus your needs. And learning how to balance that. Hopes and fears. The Hangman. Now, you know, the Hangman talks about sacrifice. In order to get something, you know where those sacrifices need to be. You're hoping that the sacrifice is going to be minimal, and you're fearing that the sacrifice you're going to have to make is too big of a sacrifice that you're not going to want to make. Here, it is telling you that you need to balance. So if you balance the sacrifice here, that what you're hoping for is the minimal effect. If you do not learn how to balance your wants and your needs, the sacrifice that you're going to make is going to be a big one. See what's coming in. The Moon. Now, the Moon is similar to the Six of Cups. Talks about the past. That's the only similarity they have. In the Six, you're able to go back and fix a mistake. If you learned from it, you're going to have the same mistake pop up and that you had in the past. If you learn from it, you'll handle it correctly. If you hadn't learned from it, that's where you're going to run into trouble. Now, the Moon card talks about things that are hidden from us, which is subconsciously, okay? The Moon card talks about past baggage in our life and not dealing with that past baggage and how it's unconsciously has an effect on our lives because we didn't deal with it. We suppressed it. We didn't deal with it. So the Moon is telling you that you need to go back into your past, into your thought process, and you need to figure out why you act the way that impulsive. Why you do that, what's lacking, what you need to change. Because sometimes the past baggage takes over our lives and we have a tendency to blow things out of proportion. And in order to deal with the future, we have to learn from the past. And this is what it's telling you. You have a second chance to go back and look at something and fix it. if you learn from it, you'll be able to fix it. Okay, Cancer. Well, that's for October. So if you want more of a personalized reading, or if you would like to have these cards more clarified, you can reach out to me at mahoganyWoodsTarot@gmail.com. You have a good night, Cancer.